Hello everyone, I'm OpsII from PsychicGamers, and today I've got some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 news for you. Now there's a few things here that I'm just going to try and go through fairly quickly. They came out in the last couple of days, and I thought you might be quite interested to hear them. The first thing is, Black Ops 2, like Black Ops 1 but unlike Modern Warfare 3, will be supporting 3D. Personally, I think one of the best uses of this 3D feature is the ability to play co-op in full screen. What's going on here is using the same technology that gives you 3D images when you're playing solo. Playing side by side with a friend, you'll be seeing one thing and your co-op buddy will be seeing another. Now it won't be in 3D while you're doing this, but the ability to do on one system what previously would have cost you 2 TVs, 2 consoles and 2 copies of the game is pretty impressive. Next thing, we got a bit more information about campaign, and we actually got shown some gameplay from a mission called Monsoon. During this gameplay we got to see a brand new camouflage that allows players to turn completely invisible to evade enemies. We also got told about the multiple routes that the levels support, so it's no longer just a linear experience. In each section there's going to be different challenges that you can complete, depending on which route you take and what weapons you have equipped at the time. It's worth noting that there's a trophy for Black Ops 2 that requires you to complete every challenge within the single player section, so that means you're going to have to be doing multiple playthroughs to complete them all. The big thing, however, was the introduction of single player creator class. That's right, basically we're going to be able to customize our loadout at the beginning of the level. Now it's not like pick 10, and it's not even that much like creator class from the old games. It is in fact a sort of more refined, simpler version of creator class. From what we've seen, it appears you can take a primary weapon with up to 3 attachments, a secondary with up to 2 attachments, depending on whether your secondary supports attachments, because it includes things such as launchers and the ballistic knife that don't have attachments. You also get a choice of grenades and equipment. You can pick 2 different types out of that list. You also get a perk which include things such as hipfire accuracy, which is basically steady aim, adjustable stock, which is like stalker, throwback for throwing back grenades, longer sprint, ammo pickup, which is like scavenger. Basically single player versions of multiplayer perks, but they're all in the same tier and you just pick one. And that's all for single player creator class. It's quite a simple system, but it does allow a lot more variation in how you're going to be playing the game, and you're going to be able to play these single player missions exactly how you want it. I would imagine there is going to be some restriction on what weapons you can take into the level, and it would make sense if some levels don't allow you to create a class, at least not the first time through, because I can't imagine you're going to be able to restock at the beginning of every mission. However, at some point it does appear that we will have the ability to choose any weapon we want on any mission, as evidenced by one trophy that instructs you to use a future weapon during a mission set in the past. So I thought that was pretty interesting and a really nice feature. I'm surprised I haven't thought of it before really, but yeah, just simple stuff that's making this game stand out. It's sounding great. And now the zombies. Now they had those zombie drops that I've been doing videos on, and I kept going on about how they're releasing new gameplay. Turns out the gameplay we got was actually very, very minimal. We got one piece of gameplay during the Game Trailers TV show that showed off the brand new Zombies Theate mode. So basically you're going to be able to use Theatre mode within Zombies, go back and watch your games. That means if you're into recording zombies, you don't necessarily have to record every single game. I know they do quickly add up in the amount of space they take when you're playing for hours at a time during one match. It does concern me a little bit that theatre mode on zombies might be a little bit difficult for the engine. I know theatre gets a lot of the blame for the lag that began in Black Ops 1 and carried on into Modern Warfare 3. People put 2 and 2 together and said, right, these 2 games, they have theatre mode, the previous ones didn't, and these games have lag, the previous ones didn't. So that's the thinking behind it. So possibly, if it is in fact the cause of lag, it's going to cause a little bit of an issue in zombies, especially during the later rounds when you do get a little bit of slowdown with all the zombies piling out anyway. So it's going to be an excellent tool, but I hope that it doesn't cost the gameplay. The other thing, we did get gameplay confirmation of buildable items within Zombies mode. We saw the female character, whose name I still don't know, still hasn't been said I don't think, but we saw her, she collected the thing that was shown in drop 3, and then she combined it with the car door seen on the table, and put it together, turned into a DIY riot shield. It's just a car door basically that you can batter zombies with. We didn't really get to see her use it that much, but it does seem like quite a powerful tool. So that's about all for today's information. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, think about leaving a rating, comment any of your opinions on what you've heard, and if you want to keep up to date with Black Ops 2 news and you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe. I shall see you next time.